Welcome to the show. My guest is Kathy. Kathy, you called the show, right?
Yes.
And why are you here?
I'm here because my cousin raped my son 3 years ago when he was 5 years old, and I never got any justice at all. And I want my son to have the justice that he deserves. My son ended up reenacting on his friend what happened to him, is how I found out about it 2 months after my cousin had done it to him. When I'd seen that, I freaked out at first, of course, because what a mother walks in on, a little boy trying to do something to another little boy that's his best friend. And
I got to imagine it's very tough, and I see you're very emotional. Your son, 5 years old, and you see this, and is it something that you said right away, like, man, it's something?
I freaked out. I said, what the hell are you doing, were my exact words. And I spanked him, was my initial reaction. And I told him, you can't do this. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And I freaked out, and then I said, I calmed down a little bit, and he's crying, of course. And so I calmed down, and I said, well, Mommy's not mad at you. And I let him know he's not in any trouble. That whoever, why, and I just kept asking him, why would you do this? He kept saying, I don't know. I just did it. And then I finally said, if somebody told you, because I had something happen to me when I was younger, and I was threatened. So I finally said to him, I said, did somebody tell you that, they were going to hurt you or hurt Mommy or hurt anybody, if you told on them? And he just broke down. If you could have seen his face. He broke down and he started bawling, and he says, Raymond did it to me, Mommy. He did it. And I said, what? And he told me in detail that he tried to rape him, and then he tried to do oral things to him. And the thing is the time Raymond was staying with me, I was trying to help him at the same time and keep him out of trouble. And I looked at him like a little brother to me more than a cousin. And he was somebody that we loved and trusted very much. And so I didn't call the cops right away. My friend did later that day. The cops were called. They come and they take a statement from me and my friend that were there, another friend that...
Okay, so then the police come, and what happens?
They had us write a statement. They had me take my son to the emergency room, which there was nothing the emergency room can do because it had already been about 2 months.
So this happened afterwards?
Yeah, it had already been about 2 months. But they called, CPS and DHS, and then they interviewed my son. They said, oh, most definitely, he's so smart, we know this happened to him. Then after that, we left the interview and everything. I'm thinking, great, they're going to get him. They're going to go after him because he was already locked up for other criminal things that he had done that had nothing to do with us. Months just keep going by, and I'm calling every day. Every day I'm calling this cop, annoying him, and I didn't care, if you heard anything, if you interviewed him, because they told me they were going to do a lie detector test on him and interview him, and they never did the lie detector test. And they said that they interviewed him. He says, no, I didn't do it, so...
And at this point,
there's
2
nothing.
months...
They dropped the case.
And did you ever confront your cousin about what happened?
I've never seen him or talked to him since, and I want to so bad because I don't understand how he can hurt us like that when I was trying to take him in to keep him out of trouble. He was babysitting for me at the time, too, because I was finishing my degree in criminal justice. And I was at the very end of it, and I was having problems with babysitters, so that's why Raymond was there a lot, too.
And this is your cousin?
He's my blood biological cousin.
And how old is Raymond at this time?
Raymond was I can't remember if he was 16 or 17. I want to say 17.
So he's a teenager. And how long had he been living with you, taking care of your son?
He wasn't living with me,
Or
but
come
he would
watch
have been
your
there.
son.
He'd be there for 4 or 5 days, and then he'd be there for a week, or going off and on like that.
Was acting normal with them, like Raymond?
Yeah, and then until I know there was 4 days that my son wet the bed. He's never done that, ever, since he potty trained. So I knew automatically that was an abnormal sign of something going on. I called the teachers, I talked to everybody. I'm like, have you noticed anything? And everybody's no, so I think that's why he did it.
And does he tell you himself exactly what happened? Or is this the police informing you of what happened?
No, my son told me after, he broke down and told me the whole story. And then I stopped him, after he told me what happened. And I stopped him and I said, don't say anything else. We can't talk about this anymore, And I held him and I cried and I cried and I told him, I'm so sorry. Steve, if you could have seen him, I told him, I'm so sorry. And my son says to me, Mommy, it's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Mommy, except for you let Raymond stay here. Who did it then? Nobody else was there. Nobody else after you.
Did you take a lie detector test?
Not until today.
You are the only person he's ever said to this day. Because you rape babies.
No, you just
You
like
baby
attention.
raper.
So you like.
Do you know what the results of your lie detector test is?